still following Top Networkers Group. I haven't been going live on here or making any videos for a little while. Thank you for all again for still being here. One of those things, like, I haven't necessarily been doing business with other people. And that's one of the main reasons I haven't been on this channel. As you know, Top Networkers Group was mostly started as a networking channel to talk with others in the network marketing industry, and even more specifically, the people who are working on my team in the network marketing industry. And no, this is not an announcement that I'm back in MLM at the moment, and I have no issues with MLM. In case you haven't seen some of my videos about it, I still love the industry. The model itself is still one of the best business models that I've ever seen. But it is a challenging business model because you're dealing with people, and not every single person is willing to duplicate what you do. They're not willing to be coached. There's a lot of things that I addressed during my run. That's kind of why I am going live, because one of those things has been pushing up as of recent, proving once again that your boy was telling y'all the real. Now, I'm not going to get very political. However, it is a political situation that's happening overseas. It's been happening since October 7th. Let's keep it real. And in fact, it's actually been happening much longer than that, with the dispute over there and everything that's been going down. And the main thing I want to focus on, however, is the dangers of segregation. If you can think back, and if you don't want to think back, you can actually look back on the channel at some of the things I said concerning the black folder. Now, for those who remember, the black folder was a section of my one MLM system. It was a platform that was actually built as a conversational piece for black people to talk with black people about the importance of group economics and why we need to do business with one another. Even more so, again, from what I was pushing in MLM, multiple streams of income, one team making money with one system in multiple places. One of the main things I kept trying to stress to black people within the MLM industry is that we need to link up. We need to move as a unit ourselves. But again, a lot of these things fell short. A lot of people didn't hear me out. And one of the biggest mistakes that my people make is we get hung up in these conversations about whether or not we were better off during segregation. That we feel that our communities were more united, and the divorce rates were lower, and most importantly, from an economic standpoint, our dollar circulated more when we were segregated. But again, these things were because we didn't have a choice. We couldn't spend our money anywhere we wanted. We had to spend our money in our own neighborhoods. And again, there were some positives there. I'm not denying that. But segregation also made us easy targets. The whole reason Black Wall Street happened is because we couldn't live anywhere. So they knew where we were. And whenever they got ready to attack us or harm us or anything of that nature, it was very easy for them to do, as we're seeing in this situation that's happening overseas. It has been happening overseas. It's all made possible through segregation. Segregation makes it possible to harm entire groups of people. And it's actually not good when we're talking about the type of enemy that we're talking about here in America for black people. Okay, we are talking about an enemy that has, for years, for generations now, has undermined us, and has looked to harm us in multiple ways, sometimes even using people that look like us, which happened recently as a conservative came out, trying to, cater to the white voter base and said things like, black people were better off in segregation, all that kind of stuff. And, again, this is kind of what sparked this conversation for me, at least, to have with all of you, is because, again, these are things I addressed years ago with the black voter, that no, in fact, things were not necessarily better for us. there's a lot that's happened since we have integrated into America. And it's not just the fact that we can now live everywhere. We don't have the same moral base we used to have. We're not as spiritual of a people as we used to be. Um, and mentally, I think more than anything is really our problem. Um, we don't think like we should, right? We don't think like people who are focused on economics like we need to. We are very much focused on entertainment. You know, we are very much into having a good time. And look, I love having a good time too, but things are always even more fun when you got money. So look, I'm not sharing all this to tell you how we need to get the black voter going again. That's not the purpose of me going in. I just want to tell y'all that I was right. If I ever do start the MLM system back up or anything like it, I'm going to be looking for more people who understand that when I talk, I don't just be talking for the sake of talking. I get educated first, and I share educated views for those that want to be educated. And like I said, if y'all really want to rebuild Black Wall Street, it's going to have to be digital. It cannot be a physical location, or else it won't last. Thanks for watching Top Networkers Group. We'll see you at the top.